Hey, 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 happy Thursday, BZB Gear viewers. My name's Matt Richards. I'm here in San Antonio, Texas. I'm joined by Joel Cruz in the office over in Sacramento. How are you doing today, man?
I am good. Cooling down actually now. I don't know if it was in Texas. Maybe it was just a California wide. There was a heat advisory
Oh,
warning.
no, man. It was
Oh,
like 104 yesterday. It was
was it there?
gross.
Oh, okay, so man, I guess
Yeah.
everywhere. Geez, man. Yeah, it reached. Well, I shouldn't be complaining. You said it reached. What did you say? It reached over
It was like
there?
104.
Okay, man. So, well, luckily I wasn't in the Sacramento office. Yeah, I heard it was one. I think it reached up to 104, 105. I said that's what I said on my phone. But back in the Bay Area, it was about 10 degrees cooler. It's always about 10 degrees difference. So it's in the 90s, maybe mid 90s. I think it did reach like close to 100. Well, my car was in the garage, so it was simmering. You know how the cars have those thermostats
Yeah.
on them. But then I went to go pick up the kids. This is in the afternoon from school, and then midway through the trip, it dropped down maybe like 5 degrees. So I was like, okay, at least it doesn't seem that much of a difference. But 100 to 95, it actually is a big difference. So I was glad
Yeah,
that
I felt bad because my puppy, she really likes going on walks. Like she always wants to go outside or
okay.
whatever. But
Uh-huh.
like with it being 104, man, that's like 100 and like 150 on the asphalt. So it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
I I can't really do that with her. So I've been taking her out to the backyard and just throwing the ball for her until she's like, "Okay, I'm done. I'm too hot." And then she'll like go run, fetch the ball, and then she'll run
Uh-huh.
straight inside. And then like she'll
Yeah.
it, it's so funny because she loves dropping the ball in her water bowl to clean it
Uh-huh.
off. She's like she's really smart. So she'll do that, but it makes a mess. So yesterday when she did that, I like went over, walked over, grabbed the ball, took it out, took it to the sink, like washed it off, dried it
Uh-huh.
off, gave it back to her. Then she walked it back over to the bowl, dropped it back in the water bowl, so that way she could drink from the water bowl while her ball was right next to her. She has like
Uh-huh.
the most one track mind when it comes to the ball. So
Yeah, because it's the yeah, like the asphalt, right? It gets like just so hot, and yeah, if you play in the backyard, you got dirt or grass, it's a lot better. Yeah,
yeah.
actually, I did after I dropped the kids off. I forgot why I went out. So I took them inside. It was scorching hot still. I went outside and I laid on the driveway I forgot what I think I was just taking a break or whatnot, and it was in the shade. But still, I guess it just got shade to that part of the driveway. So I laid there, and man, yeah, the ground was uh, just just so hot and unbearable, like
Yeah. Yeah.
then I moved over to our lawn. We have a fake grass. We just put a fake lawn on our grass in our grass area. So yeah, it was totally like nice and fine there. So I totally know what your dog is feeling.
Well, I spy with my little eyes something interesting on your shirt. I mean, what does your shirt say?
Oh, it does. Oh, I think my Joel
Y-
Sacramento
Yeah,
is in
you
the
might
way.
have
I
to
gotta
stand
go.
up a
Oh,
little
am I?
bit. You know.
Oh, I look like, do I look one of like the ticker? At the bottom of like ESPN, the news. Uh, the,
Not quite, but it's a good effort.
okay, no, yes. Hey, shout out InfoComm. We got these shirts. I think the 2022 one. So yeah, today is an InfoComm episode 2 actually of our two-part series. So I just wanted to show InfoComm Avixa some love. They've been really great. We've always had great experiences when we go to these shows and prepping for these shows. Everyone's really helpful. So yeah, shout out. Um, oh, I also want to, a little tidbit. I know every time we have these InfoComm streams or whatnot, I always have to go back to this because
Mr. Famous.
yeah, this is like kind of I guess our 15 minutes of fame. But back in InfoComm 2020. We were approached by Avixa, and we had a rep. I don't believe she's there anymore, but shout out Barbara. Um, but she was the best. She was wonderful to work with. But she asked us, yeah, hey, would you want to take a photo, op? We want to use it, like your photo and stuff in our marketing plans for next year's show. So this was in 2019. We were totally, elated. We said, hell yeah, so we went, took some photos. We not until like the next year that we didn't see like what was going to transpire from them. But as everyone knows, 2020, that's when the whole lockdown and the pandemic hit. So InfoComm was actually canceled. Well, it was canceled, the live show, but I believe that year they did a virtual show. I think, or was that 2021? They
I
came
think
back
that was
trying to do.
2021, but I'm not sure. I mean,
Okay, so maybe 2020. I think 2020, yeah, because 2020 it kind of just added like abrupt, like it just they put the protocols in place. So probably no time to kind of to do an audible to a virtual only show. So yeah, I think you're right. I think they might have just canceled 2020, then in 2021 they brought it back virtually, and then 2022 was the first year that shows started coming back around, and that felt so good. But getting to my point here, 2020. So we were part of the photo op, and so they created these. I guess these were supposed to be mailers, because it's kind of like a sticker, but it looks like there's a, I don't know, like a return or to address here. But there it is. There is myself and our
a young
video
Flo.
director of Florida. I was just telling him this morning. I said a matter of 3-4 years is a big, like, and we look so much younger. But I told him maybe it's just the hair, because he has a longer hair right
I
now,
mean,
and
they probably touched it up a little bit too.
they touched it. I know, filters, the IG, before IG filters became a
Their
big
their
thing.
wizards their wizards worked their magic.
Yep. So if anybody, maybe we could give these out for giveaways. Flo and myself will you guys will get autographed versions of these that never were, because like when things become produced, but they don't happen, or something else, there's a plan B. These become, I think, collector's items. You might be able to sell them online.
Well, they might be a collector's item for two people in specific.
Hey, yourself too, Matt. I know you want one.
Well, we did just shout out a little bit of Avixa and InfoComm. If you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about InfoComm in general, our last episode, actually, we did a whole lot of talking about what is InfoComm, what you can expect while you're there, events, all the cool stuff that they do, like certifications that you can take while you're at the show. All of that cool stuff. We covered all of that in the last episode. It's on our YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. But today, we really want to focus on our game plan for InfoComm. What are we doing at InfoComm? What can you expect from us? All of that good stuff. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Jolski, where are we starting with this?
I guess we can start. I guess just with the basics. Let's go with. We'll get into all the latest solutions. We have a number of them that we want to kind of showcase here to get you guys hyped up about it. But I guess just with the booth, I guess we could go with the booth. So we have a new look booth, and we debuted this at our last show in April, NAB 2024. But
you want to show off the old booth first?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and have some fun. So when we started, I believe our first show was in 2021 or 2022.
22. Yeah.
When it came back. So here it is. So our first layout was like I like the first layout as a it was our first thing, so it always kind of holds dear to your heart at any firsts, right? So here we had a darker black. I know a lot of companies, I do like the black. Sony uses just black walls and dark, and they have rooms where you go in where it's all dark, but then they just the only light is coming from like the TV screens or monitors, to show off their luminance, the visuals, right, of their products.
Hmm.
So here we did like a dark blue. A dark blue was kind of one of our secondary colors. Orange is our main one. So we thought, okay, let's use dark blue. It's close to black. Have that kind of feel. You'll notice on the back we have a big wall that spans across the whole length of our space. And then we put up like a video wall there. We have these two on both ends. We have these two pillars or something sticking over. That was pretty cool. You could go under. We hung our Adamos under, so they're hanging like bats, at a zoo or something. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Just to show people that you can mount them, on the wall or hang them upside down, on the ceilings, like real case scenarios. But yeah, so I mean, this was like a nice, modest little type of booth. But now, so what we our redesign, we changed the color up to make it lighter, to make a so not instead of dark now, we wanted to try something like a lighter white grayish tone. And also the back wall. So here, yeah, so here's some layouts of our scheme. So instead of dark blues, so everything is like lighter now. There you go. We still kept our orange as accent colors there. Then we have a lighter color, lighter carpet. Um, and then so there's no wall. So in the back, you'll see a number of video walls that we did put up. But since we removed the wall, it has a more inviting, welcoming, like kind of open air type of ambiance, if you will. Yeah, we didn't like how that back wall spanned the whole place, and it kind of blocked in. So now there's only kind of three ways to enter. Well, I mean, at that show that we had a neighbor behind us, I believe, or something. So it could only be open on three sides. But just regardless of that, I mean, we just wanted to get rid of the wall. So now it's like it feels like more more welcoming, like people could just come in and
Hmm.
see the products. Another change that we made was I guess the amount of products that we're bringing. Like the early shows, we try to bring. We have so much. Have so many products, a diverse catalog of products, because we have a whole array of pro AV as well as broadcasting solutions. So we have so many solution so many products. And the first few shows, we wanted to bring that just to show people, hey, this is what you can expect from BZB Gear. You could get one-stop source manufacturer, get all your equipment from one company. But then we started to find out it kind of got cluttered. Our exhibits, our booths looked very busy, very cluttered. It was so many things, and a lot of the things we couldn't plug everything in. So a lot of the gear, majority of it was just kind of dead, just powered off, right? Just laying on the tables. Yeah, it's nice you can see it, but the feedback we got from other exhibitors, and as well as just clients and attendees, is they like to get hands-on at these shows. They like to see how the products work. They like to see them in action. So it was pretty pointless just to have a dead box sitting on the table. So now we kind of parsed everything. We didn't want to bring everything to the party, so just the essentials now, the new, the latest. And everything that we bring now is actually hooked up and set up. So whatever you see now at our booth when you come and visit us, at InfoComm 2024, say, everything will be plugged in, and you could get firsthand experience on all of our equipment. So you can actually see them in action and how well they work. If you have any questions on the settings or how they actually function, test it out right there, ask us right there on the spot. And you'll get a better sense of how well our equipment works. So yeah, I mean that was the three main the main changes there. We also have two kind of kiosk or two stations set up that we introduced this at our last show at NAB. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We did it at ISE back at the end of last year. and then we kind of incorporated that into NAB, and then now here for our InfoComm. And those two stations are one for our BG Nutrix. So you could kind of see it in the back
But you
right
can see
there,
it
right
right,
next.
yeah, on the right hand side
Yeah, on
there.
the right hand side. So we have the camera set up. Let me see if I could find a better photo close up that you could share with
Or
the
you can see
audience.
it here on the
Um,
left.
yeah,
In
there it is.
between the very front desk and the 8K gaming station.
So that one shows basically just the camera itself, and it's hooked up. You'll be able to see the tally lights, the speakerphone. The AI auto tracking is working. So when people walk by, they always love like messing with the auto tracking, because they walk by and they see like something move in the corner of their eye, and then it's the camera, and they're walking past it and it's still following them. So then people backtrack, they start to move left and right, ducking, try to lose the tracking. So that's always a fun um, a thing to have at our booth there. And the other station that we have is right there. It's right next to our medical grade Nutrix, is our 8K gaming station. So at these shows, we hook up our 8K solutions to the latest Xbox and PlayStation consoles to show off the 8K at 60. But specifically here for these demonstrations, we're really showing off the 4K at 120. All of our 8K solutions, they do support 8K 60, but 4K 120 as well. So very big for users and gamers that need that. But yeah, so
And
we
because it can support all of that, it should also be able to support 1080p at really high refresh rates, like 240 hertz.
Good point. And yeah, it's always that's this one that I actually kind of like this station more, like because it's interactive, right? So people come over, they'll play games and they'll test it out, and while they're there they might have questions, or we can talk to them and engage with them. So it's a good thing to attract people to see what they're what's going on in the booth, but also people to take time off if they just want to kind of unwind. I know InfoComm has a 2.0. So last year was the first time they did it. It was their esports, I guess, event. They hold it through the whole all 3 days of the event, and they have like collegiate, college teams playing, professional professional gamers, and they have a tournament. But also, if you're not professional, you could just go in, passerbys, they could sign up. We touched on this on the last episode that one of our partners he just walked up, signed up, and they teamed him up. It was a two people tournament. So him and whoever he teamed up with, they actually won first place. So I wish we got a photo of him with a trophy or a medal or something. That would have been cool. But yeah, so they have a whole gaming esports event there. So it's only makes sense that we have like a mini version of that here. So yeah, drop by the booth. Also, I mean, you never know who.
Are we going to have a Mortal Kombat tournament?
See, we might, because you never know who can stop by your booth at these trade shows. There's always celebrities and guest speakers, but I think we got the coolest, most bad bad mofo guests to come by. So we had a sort of celebrity sighting ourselves here. So we had I think this was I think it was the second to last day of NAB, and everyone's just kind of winding down. We had Mortal Kombat, and we're playing Mortal Kombat, and I don't know how coincidental this is, because we had the actual character up too. So we had Cabal. So this guy that you're looking at right now, he actually voiced the character Cabal in Mortal Kombat 11. So we were playing, and then he kind of just stops in his tracks and he backtracks, and he's standing there watching us play. And then he's laughing, and that's where he kind of introduced himself and said, "Hey, I actually voiced that guy." Man, and it was so cool just to we kept them there for like 5-10 minutes. So shout out to him for spending some time with us, and we just kind of ask questions because we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, so we're kind of like just picking his brain, like like what goes into the process. Like, did you record at home? Did they give you a mic, or do you go into like studios? He said he went to Warner Brothers Studios and did everything like that. So it was a pretty surreal, pretty cool, neat experience to kind of run into him.
Absolutely. So I guess what we're saying here is, you guys can kind of expect a little bit of a more of the same ish of this type of booth. We will be bringing, I think, a couple different products than what we brought to NAB, just because the audience is a little bit different because InfoComm is not the same as NAB. So we're going to have a little bit more of our pro AV stuff here at InfoComm as opposed to our broadcast stuff. But we're definitely going to be having a lot of stuff that's there plugged in that you can go to play with, kind of like those command things right behind me there in that picture, where it has, like, for example, on that, you've got the Commander Junior, the Adamo Junior, one of our Quad Fusion Juniors that you can play around, see how it all works together, what it's capable of. So you're going to get to do that at our booth at InfoComm. But I think we have a couple specific products that we really wanted to talk about today. And Joel, which one do you want to start with?
Yeah. Let's start with I guess our 8K, the highest. So and also just to kind of preface everything, and one of the big announcements that we made at NAB is that we can now proudly say we offer a complete end-to-end 8K and 4K line of Pro AV and broadcasting gear. We've refined everything to be able to offer our customers and clients like an unparalleled, a complete unparalleled type experience, right? So this means everything from PTZ cameras to production switchers, matrix switchers to video wall processors, NDI and Dante AVH to HD Base T. You can have your whole system set up with one brand. And not to mention, a big key here is tech support. Gone are the days of having to call 4 or 5 different support reps, different companies to try to to troubleshoot your system. If all your equipment, you could get it from BZBGEAR, meaning all your tech support is now just via one contact. US-based tech support.
Just real quick, I want to shout out, award-winning tech support here. We'll get to that later. But I did want to jump onto that while I could.
Yep. Shout out, Trayvon Nathan over here, doing great jobs all the time. We're really proud of our support team here. So we're proud to have that end-to-end line, and also that if you guys currently have products from other brands in your system, that's another thing that that's no problem. It's no issue with BZBGEAR solutions, because all our gear plays nice with others, meaning that you can incorporate our equipment with others and create like a harmonious open ecosystem. So so we're really, really proud. We've worked hard through the years, but now we have everything in place where whatever you need, no matter how big or small your system, your setup is, you can count on BZBGEAR to fill your needs there. But so here is one of the newest products that we have. It actually will be the first 8K 12x12 matrix switcher on the market. So it is the BG 8K 1212 MA. So like we mentioned before, all our 8K, it handles 8K at 60, but also 4K at 120. You know, 12 in HDMI ins and 12 outs, HDMI 2.1, HD CP compliant, EDID management, auto scaling, control options, multiple control options, and this one also, you know, you could use our always free BG control software app for any of our cameras, matrix switchers, even our AV over IP units. So always free to download off our website. So here, yeah, we kind of we wanted it to look a little more unique. So you know, we had the you know, the blue lights in the front, the LED on the buttons, but also the it was really cool, the LED lights on the sides. You know, when the unit is on. We actually had not this unit, we had a similar one up on our wall at NAB. So yeah, people were just kind of you know, it was pretty cool, just, you know, like small comments, like they say, oh, I like that little light. So I mean, like, just small details, like we pay attention to all of that. So all our designs, if you see our cameras, we're very meticulous on our cameras, like the Adamo. We're very proud of that design. So yeah, I mean, not just the guts, you know, you always want to have a spiffy looking product. So I feel that here at BZB Gear, we're starting to do that with you know, more of our products. It's not just, you know, blank black boxes. You know, so they function well, but they also look nice as well. Yeah, so this will be our, so this is our latest for the 8K. We also have a couple of our 4K units. Now, this is termed the Swiss Army knife of AV distribution. And why is it named that? It's because it's pretty much a jack of all trades. These matrix switchers also support video wall processing and multi-viewing. And with so this is the 4K VP and the 4K VP Pro series. Now with the 4K VP Pro series, it does all of that I just mentioned, but it also does one additional feature, which is right there. You see the receivers. It does HDMI signal extension. So yeah, with the Pro series, it does signal extension. So man, it does all of those.
It's a chunky boy.
It yeah, beefy unit right there.
Beefy system.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still smaller than if you were to buy 3 or 4, you know, 3 different units. Everything consolidated into one unit. You save
well, I mean,
space.
Look at all of the inputs and outputs.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that tells you all you need to know on why it's so big. You literally get everything that you could possibly want on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right now, the largest that we had prior to this was the 4K VP was at an 8x8, and then we had the VP Pro at a 9x9. So these are a huge step up from those 2 units, pretty much double, right? Double the ins and outs. So yeah, so perfect for maybe if you're a homeowner with maybe 1 TV and 1 DVD Blu-ray player, you wouldn't need something like that. But you know,
I can tell you definitely don't need something like this if you only have 1 TV and the DVD player. But
I mean, you can.
Of course, if you feel like buying it, because you can, why not?
Yeah. But yeah, no, those are like our 3 newest. I mean, we'll have we'll also be bringing our latest Commander serial IP PT joystick controllers, the Commander Junior and Commander Pro. Also our another new on our broadcasting side is our Quad Fusion series, our Full HD and Ultra HD models. Those will be there. We have our recently awarded HDMI 2.0 4K at 60 wireless extender, the BGEAR Forecast. That will be there. Obviously, fan favorite Adamo, the aforementioned Adamo Junior, and the 4K. Those will always be, you know, on show. There's our production switcher with the Adamo in action in that one little video. But yeah, so we'll have these. and a whole bunch. I mean, all these things that we're talking about is really just the tip of the iceberg. We will have a bunch of other things not mentioned. Not too much because, like we said, we don't want to bring our whole store to the show, but we do have a good number of things to kind of experience and get your hands on. Um, and Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to also touch on, since we're talking about products, about awards. You just kind of mentioned that we did win for a stellar service award for our tech support and our knowledge base, our website. We have great content there. Just to go down the next two, these are our most recent ones that we got awarded at NAB show. So this one was really cool. This is our 8K tester. It's a mini tester. So sound video and
You can stick this
contractor.
in your pocket. It's easy to carry around
Exactly.
with you when
Yeah.
you're at a job site. I mean, and it has
Uh-huh.
all of the necessary functions. It doesn't have all of like the super nice expanded options that you get with its bigger brother. But we do sell a kit that includes the bigger brother and this at the same
Mm-hmm.
time. So if you need both, you can have both. Or if you just really want something that's going to be a small, really convenient to have on you all the time option that has all of
Mm-hmm.
the options you need,
Mm-hmm.
but you want to save on space, then that's where this really comes in.
Yep. Yep. So we have solutions for not just matrix switchers and visuals and all that. We have things for integrators and installers, like for things like this 8K. We even have like 8K cabling, not just hardware stuff. So really just anything that you need, BZB Gear really has you covered there. And then the next one down is we just talked about this just a few minutes ago. This is the Quad
Shut
Fusion
off its big
Junior.
brother, but not this one.
So yeah, so earlier we were looking at the 4K. This is the Quad Fusion Junior, which is our full HD 1080p version. And this one was actually awarded from Church Production. So Church Production, they were there, and they made a list of their top 5 church related equipment that would be useful in houses of worship, and we're very proud to be included on that short list of theirs. So they acknowledged and recognized our 1080p production switcher. So very versatile, small as well. You might not be able to put this in your pocket, but it is still mighty mobile for mobile productions and things like that. Very durable aluminum alloy casing, buttons, backlight buttons. Everything is laid out neatly. We even
Yeah,
changed some of the knobs there to be more friendly, just like with our Commander series. We had the basic outlook, but then we wanted to change certain things like the joystick, the knobs, to be more to better quality and to kind of work better.
yeah, you could easily fit this in like a production truck or like in a little annex in the back of a church or something along those lines, or even a home studio if you really need a production switcher for your home studio. I know
Mm-hmm.
some people have some, and I know we have currently set one out because somebody that we know have been interacted with in the past um, has used production switchers in his tech reviews and all that stuff because that's how he runs his video setup. He has multiple cameras and he just records like that. So good use case for that.
Yeah, nice.
And
I believe.
well, actually, you know what? Since I have since I'm screen sharing the Safari window here, might as well go ahead and go over here so we can talk about our booth. Where
Oh,
we're at, where you can find
yep.
us.
There you go. So our booth is this is our exhibitor page. So go ahead and we'll leave it in the descriptions link. I think it should be there already to see what more information on our booth, where to find us, how to contact us. But our booth number, we are in Central Hall, C5643. And if you'd like to get into the show for free, you can do that on us. just by registering with code BZB771. That's boy zebra boy 771. Yeah, so hope we really want you guys to come and visit. We're really looking forward to we built this is our third year here at InfoComm, and we've built many great relationships already through the years. So I mean, we are looking forward to looking at old faces, but we're really eager to also network with new ones as well. Exchanging ideas and stories with fellow AV gearheads. But then these shows, the goal of these shows is not just to show off how cool our products are or what we have, to instill confidence in our products, but just as important, but if not maybe even more important than that, is we like to go to these shows to instill confidence into the team behind our great products, because we want you guys to get to know us, to feel comfortable with us, and to be on a personal level, to know who you guys will be working with closely every day, to help bring your visions to reality. So yeah, like that's why these face-to-face, we always bring up, like when virtual shows, it was a good try, but these trade shows that you have to go in person so you could get hands-on on the products, but also not hands-on on the people, but you could get you can get face-to-face and on a personal level, and really get to know the team and the people. Like they can have the best products, but if they're jerks in real life, or they're difficult to work with, it's it's kind of like, do you want to do you want to settle for that? So we kind of pride ourselves in great products, great tech support, and a great team, customer service, to help with all of this. So yeah, so I mean, that's why like we really welcome you guys, and we really want you guys to come over to the booth and just visit and meet with us, spend some time with the
Yeah,
team.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And I know, we kind of talked about the booth layout, how it's changed and how we have all these products out, but like, I know a lot of people really came over to our booth this last go around because they were like, "Oh yeah, we get to play around with this stuff," and they were really commenting like, "Hey, this is a really good setup. We really like what you're showing off here," and they got to
Mhm.
actually get the hands-on experience that was like going to inform them whether or not this was a product that was built for them or not.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, definitely. And then, like,
definitely
with the
going to
layout,
be. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna point out that with the booth layout too, and the labels that we have, it's a lot easier to kind of get information on each product, because on each product, on the stations, there's a QR code. You could easily scan it; it'll go to our product page. Now there's no more, we have to chase, because we still print out the sell sheets. We have a rack of them, but then you'd have to go over, get one for the customer. But now, we could just they could either simply scan it themselves, or while we're talking to them there, scan it, show them on our phone,
Hmm.
and it's a lot more it's just convenient and instant information now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Joel, are we missing anything about InfoComm this year?
Oh, well, one more. So I wanted to touch on, we did touch on awards, so I wanted to keep on the awards section. We touched on recent awards that we won. I want to touch on awards that we are nominated for, and for this upcoming InfoComm, and just to just to kind of build hype, and have everyone cross their fingers and kind of um, you know put in a good word for us. But so yeah, so we have three. There's three different type of awards. This first one is the Commercial Integrators 2024 Best Awards. So this one, we have two products here nominated. The first one is for our networking and communications, for the fiber optic transport category. And here is one of our latest 8K solutions. It is our BGEXH 8KF. It's a 8K a fiber extender. And then second, we have our 4K Swiss Army knife, the Pro Series. We just touched on this earlier. It's our latest 16 by 16 version. So
The
this one
chunky
is
boy.
in, yeah, yep, yeah. This one is the category is the audio video for matrix switchers. So yep. So keeping our fingers crossed for these two. We also have two other ones. This one is with um, System Contractor News, CSN, their Installation Product Awards. So we have three here. They are, so we do have an AK still, but we'll start with the BGA 1616MD. This is for their most innovative audio hardware. This is 16 by 16 audio matrix
With
that
Dante.
with Dante. Go. I believe Matt just did a video on this within the last 2 weeks. So if you hit up our channel,
Mm-hmm.
BZB TV, like and subscribe, y'all. You can go and find his video there. Second, we have our medical grade BG Nutrix. This is for category for most innovative camera. Now we're proud of this one because this one is based off our. I'm sure people who've been following us is based on our Adamo award-winning, multi-award-winning Adamo um, PTZ camera. So it has a lot of the same bells and whistles, 4K 60, NDI HX3, auto tracking. But the new features on this are the detachable speakerphone, and has a 30x zoom lens, optical zoom. And it is IEC 6601 certified. So that just means that it can be used properly and in accordance in hospital environments with other medical devices around. So it's certified
It's gonna play nicely.
exactly. Yeah. So yep.
We do
So
have a
we have the
question.
GG Nutrix.
Will BZB Gear be giving anything away for free? Cameras, alcohol, food? Well, I definitely know that we're not going to have alcohol or food, most
Oh,
likely.
we should.
So,
Oh no, we will be having alcohol, but it's the
oh,
type
will
that
we?
you hand sanitizer type
Okay. Well,
alcohol.
we will not have any alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, I hope, man. I've been trying to get, boss man. Hey, we got to get a little beer tender or at the end of the shows. So unfortunately, no, not yet. But we'll have some swag. Come by. We'll have swag bags, lens cleaner, the little screwdrivers. Those always go out like hotcakes. Everybody always takes those away. Sometimes we'll get people coming back.
Lots of cable
The
ties.
next shoe. Oh, cable ties, aka hair ties. I always tell people like, "Where are those?" I was like, "Oh, you tie your hair with them." I get I get funny looks sometimes, and I'd say, "No, you could use them for cables as well if you want to use them that way." Um, I just told people if you got long hair though, it might hurt taking it off. So yeah, maybe the cables it'll work better on the cables. Um, but yeah, those will be so drop by the show to get your free swag. But lastly here for the SCN awards is our 8K our recently
Our
awarded
mini,
right at
our AVTVG Mini G2, which we
Mini
kind of just talked
G2.
about already. We've already
Hmm.
won at least one award with it. So,
Yep. Hmm. So hopefully number
possibly two.
two. Yep. So this one is for most innovative AV installation accessory. All right, and lastly, we have one more group of awards that we are crossing our fingers
Wrong way.
for.
My bad.
This is features 2024 Best of Show InfoComm, so their official um, awards for this show. They don't do categories; they do publications. So they have a number of publications, and they ask people when you're entering who who is the market, the audience that these products pertain to most, and it would it would be fitting for those publications. So the three that we chose were sound, video, and contractor. We are entering our BG4K VP 1616 Pro Again, that's our all-in-one matrix switcher, supports video wall, multi-viewer, multi-viewing, and signal extension. And it has a 16 by 16, the chunky guy, right? Also nominated, we chose tech and learning for educational purposes, like higher ed, whatnot. This is our Quad Fusion, our 1080p production switcher, the Quad Fusion Junior. Lastly, we have this one was awarded at, not at NAB, I believe ISE. This is our wireless 4K 60 signal extender, the BZBGEAR forecast, and we entered them in the AV technology publication. So 3 publications, 3 products right there. So yeah, so hopefully, how many was that? 3, so 8. Hopefully 8 for 8 this year. We'll see how our percentages go. But I believe, yeah, they will be announcing them on the first or second day of InfoComm of the show. So yeah, and the show is next week already. Today is the 6th, June 6th, Thursday. The show or InfoComm actually starts June 8th. So that is Saturday already.
Soon, very
But
soon, yeah.
that's mainly for like the educational, the classes, the other things. But the actual exhibit, the show floor, InfoComm, the show does not start until the 12th, which is next Wednesday. I'm flying out next Tuesday, June 11th. How about yourself, Matt? Are you going? Was it
I
on
believe
Tuesday as
I'm
well?
also going out on Tuesday.
Okay. I know. I remember for NAB, we met you up at the airport. And I flew out of SJC, San Jose. You out of I don't know, San Antonio or Dallas, somewhere there. So yeah. So I mean, we'll get to see face to face again. It's always good to see you in person, Matt. We miss you here in
Yes,
the
sir.
office at times. But yeah, it's always good to catch up at these shows. So yeah,
Especially when it's
really
in
looking forward.
Vegas, right?
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, always. I know. It's always like you can always go out to have dinner, catch a show, something to do. Always something to do there. Could be a little dangerous if you got an early show. So, like I experienced last show. I think it was like the last day of the show. I might have been out until I only got maybe 2 hours of sleep. That one of the next day. Yeah, so just got to be careful, but drink a lot of water, have comfortable shoes. Man, it is June. We talked about this in episode 1, the Vegas heat. So I'm trying to look at the weather on my phone. Hopefully, I think this was the heat wave. So next week, hopefully it's not too bad. But it will be Vegas. It will be June. So just brace yourself for that,
Yeah,
right?
we will certainly find out here very soon how warm it's going to be.
Yeah, yeah,
On the bright side, most of the time when we're going to be outside anyways, it's going to be at night because it's going to be after the show,
yeah.
so it won't be
It'll be
nearly
after
as
the
warm.
show. Yep, yep. In the show, it'll be AC all the time, unless we got to go to the other halls to do some shoots, like we did last time. Oh, before we close out, just I wanted to also give a shout out to a few of our partners. We will tune into BZB TV. Matt here and our director Florante, they'll be shooting and creating a lot of great content throughout the 3 days of the show. So always tune into BZB TV. We'll have like daily recaps. We'll have partner interviews.
Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of, shout out to VMix for like just being like, sure, yeah, let's do a spontaneous thing at
Oh,
NAB.
last year, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we shot with them like a few years ago, and then when we did NAB just last month, they weren't on our itinerary or on our schedule, but we said, hey, it'd be great to have some content with them because with any I believe it's with any PTZ camera you purchase from us, we have a partnership with VMX where we offer you guys, I believe it's the basic plan for a year that you have VMix to utilize for your productions. So that's a pretty neat thing. So that's why, yeah, that's why we always like to visit VMX, see what they're up to when we can at these shows. So hopefully, maybe this time we won't blindside them. We'll reach out this year for InfoComm, or I mean this month. They were really cool at NAB in April, so hopefully we can reach out to them again next month. But just for a number of some of our other partners also that will be creating content with them, is like say HDBaseT. We actually have they have every InfoComm, they have what's called a power wall. So all partners who have HDBaseT technology in their products, they invite the companies to their latest and greatest, to, hey, if you want to show it off, we'll do that for you at their booth. So that's really awesome of them. So we have a number of our some of our 8K products. I believe, yeah. But we have a number of products that will be included on the HDBaseT wall. We'll be having an interview with their president, Effie. She's always really great to work with. She's always cool to have these interviews. You and Effie usually have a pretty cool back and forth going. So yeah, looking forward to shooting with them. NDI NDI is always great, and BZBGEAR. So we'll have we have like NDI at our booth, like the Adamo, the Nutrix. So we'll be promoting with them there. There's a few other partners that we were going to try to link up with, 8K Association. We're proud members of 8K Association. And our goal with 8K is just to be able to provide the highest quality standards for our customers, but also to future-proof their systems.
Yeah, I mean, we might be jumping into the game pretty early on 8K, but for those of you that eventually down the road potentially might start using 8K, that's only going to help to serve you, because number one, we're going to figure out what works best with it, which means, once 8K starts coming around, we're going to have a really matured product that has a lot of support behind it. Mm-hmm. That's going to offer a great experience on that end. But also on top of that, like Joel's saying, it's to a certain extent future proofing too. When you get an 8K product, you can still use it for 4K, you can still use it for 1080p.
Yeah.
You can use it for a whole lot of different stuff. You're just going to get the added benefit of having 8K down the line. Or if you do a lot of gaming, for example, and you want to play a game at 4K 120 or 1080p 165 or 1080p 240, you can do that.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of got I kind of thought something else new, since you're touching on 8K in the future. Before we continue with the last few partners, I want to give a shout out to. For our future plans, we do have some. Well, we won't have these obviously at InfoComm, but just to share with the audience here, if you won't be at the show, so you won't be able to get the spiel when we tell people like what are in our plans. What are ARE?
I was trying to figure out where you were going with
in
that.
RR. And what are in our plans?
What we hold in the future.
Yeah. English, man. English language is very tricky. No, so 8K. So we have a few new 8K developments. Well, we've already shared the past episodes that 8K we're excited about being in the development and the design process of designing an 8K PTZ camera. So that'll be very exciting. Stay tuned for updates on that. Another two things that we did not mention before is we are working on a video wall processor and a multi-viewer that will support 8K. So that's big exciting news there. But that's on the hardware side. On the software, people tend to forget that we do concentrate a lot on software solutions. So our BG control apps, right? All of those we're continually improving those, getting feedback from customers and seeing how we can improve that. And then down the line, we will be working on a cloud-based streaming platform, basically where you could have remote control of BZB gear, PTZ cameras from anywhere in the world. So those are some great, new developments, down the pipeline for the second half of 2024. I know I can't believe the first half is already at halftime right now, and it's already June. So
Yeah,
2024 is going by really fast.
it's
So I
pretty
mean, the
wild.
first
We're
half,
already halfway through the year.
it is, right, man. It's like every time it is. Um, but yeah, the first half was very productive. So we're looking to close the second half even stronger. So yeah, look out for that. Just our partners again to touch on that: AK Association, Barco, Audinate with their Dante AVH. We have a Adamo, a Dante AVH Adamo, and we have like the one we mentioned earlier, our 16x16 Dante Matrix audio matrix processor. So yeah, who am I missing? I don't know if I'm missing anyone else. VMix. So, but yeah, all of them. Just stay tuned to BZB TV, but also to our partners' sites as well. You'll their social media channels on their websites. Just to keep track of where all of this is going.
Absolutely. Well, I think that just about does it for our InfoComm. What to expect from us for InfoComm, other than the content that we're actually going to be showing off at the show. So you can't really get into that because that would just destroy the whole purpose of the show to begin with.
I'm ready to go right now. Like right after this stream, let's get on the plane, man. I'm ready for Vegas. Well, I got to get a haircut first. Let me get a
Same. I gotta get rid of the fuzz up here.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, like speaking of that reminds me, man. Like where's that picture? Yeah, here it is. Like look at this. I've been slacking here.
What do you get? Is this from back in?
You see how
Oh, and it
that is
just 2 months.
yeah. I'm just slacking now. No, I actually I just recharged my head racer. That's it. It ran out of charge, and I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah. But still look short.
All right. Yeah, it's still very short. I just haven't been keeping it like bald. But
Yeah.
anyways, but before we go off on a tangent, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday weekend as well that just passed.
Yes.
But without further ado, I think that'll be the end for what we got today. And have a great weekend, guys.